How's it going, people? Sam and Slappy here, and this is your update video. Yes, I'm still in DG, and that is because the Dungeoneering updates have actually already come along. So, with that in mind, what is actually going on? Well, Dungeoneering updates, first things first, they added a new resource dungeon, which is kind of nice. And basically in here you need level 90 Dungeoneering to actually enter it, and inside you'll find Kalgerion demons. So these you can actually be assigned as a 90 plus Slayer assignment, although you don't actually need the Slayer level in order to kill them. Nice thing about these, they can potentially drop uncut onyxes as well as other rare items. They can also drop commendation scrolls, which when you use them will grant you diabolic titles apparently. Additionally, new items in Dungeoneering is the Zammarakian Spear, or should I say the Chaotic Spear. It's basically 10 Chaotic Spikes with a Zammy Spear. They require AD attack, and there is your new Chaotic Spear. Very good for Cobble Beast, I think I might try that out. Additionally, there are now ranged and melee counterparts to Arcane Necklaces, with the Farsight and Brawler Necklaces respectively. And additionally, there's a level 80 tier of them as well. This is the Arcane, the Farsight and the Brawler's Necklaces. These are created by purchasing a Chaotic Remnant from the rewards trader and combining it with either Saradomin's Hist, Murmur or Whisper respectively. So yeah, new high level necklaces, good times. Level 30 and 50 necklaces are still bought from the rewards trader just as before though, just in case you're wondering. There's 3 new scrolls being added. This is the Scroll of Daemonheim, which gives you a 50% chance to earn 5% extra XP in Dungeoneering while skilling within Daemonheim. The Scroll of Proficiency gives you a chance to retain planks while using the construction skill, and the Scroll of Dexterity allows you to retain components whilst making armor with your crafting. Additionally, they've added the Gold Accumulator. Think of the Bone Crusher just with money. Limit, it can only carry up to 1 million coins, or actually obtain 1 million coins. After that, it'll destroy itself. And you can buy a replacement, but it'll cost you a little bit extra every time. And a few of the existing upgrades, a few of the existing ones also been upgraded as well. The Hex Hunter Bow has been a bit more powerful now. There's been added some stats, good times. The gem bags can now hold up to 60 gems, including Dragonstone. The Bone Crusher, Charming Imp and Herbicide are now pocket slot items. If you're interested in pets, they've added 3. This is Mini Blink, a Baby Frost Dragon, and a Hope Nibbler, basically Baby Hope Devourer. So there we go, there is that. You can skip floors with tokens, just as they said before. Sinkholes has been made a little bit easier. You can go to the reward trader on Daemonheim Peninsula, and you can he will sell you the ability to get a free random card upon starting sinkholes. So there is that. And lastly, not a massive amount, it's now possible to recharge Horde Stalker rings and reset your ring of kinship with Dungeoneering tokens. Both options are available through the store. There's now a timer to display how long you've spent on the floor. Bonfires can now be used in dungeons. It's now possible to use the surge and escape abilities in dungeons even, sorry. Meh. Entering the dungeons has now been streamlined with a new flash interface, not bad. Loot beams show when journals drop within Dungeoneering, it's kind of handy. And they've made some technical improvements to the spike trap room, making it smoother and quicker to complete. So there we go, there is that. So, last things last is the patch notes. So there is a few patch notes for today. Nothing major though, it's some kind of small fixes, same as usual I guess. Well, let's get started. Graphical wise, the Blood Tendril animation no longer continues to play when a player dies or leaves a minigame. Skills and minigames, transmuting charms now converts 10 charms at a time. Fish tokens and medal count are now better aligned on the Fish Swinger's reward interface. Your quests and stuff. I've not yet started this quest on about 7 quests. It's been replaced with a summary of how to start the quest. Yeah, it's really not that massively important. The titles awarded from the Room Memories quest now update correctly when activated. Roofs will now be removed during cutscenes in The Wanted. The Enlightened Journey assistants now turn to face the player during conversation. Moving on to the miscellaneous is players using the Freedom ability will now have the Blood Tendrils effect removed if it was caused by another player. Freedom will not remove the negative effects from casting the Blood Tendrils ability yourself. Certain drops from mutated blood veils are now noted. Unfired urns and unused urns with runes attached can now be noted. The Fear Ring interface now updates the bookmark icon when a new bookmark Fear Ring code is added. A bug where all versions of Weapon Poison were lasting 5 minutes has been fixed. Weapon Poison now lasts 1, Weapon Poison plus lasts 10, and +1 is exactly the same. A countdown timer for the poisonous buff icon has been added. The Monastery of Ascension shortcuts and areas now appear in the Agility skill guide. Moving on to the ninja fixes, you have the archaeologist next to the statue of Damark now have right click option to quickly retrieve a statue collection bag. Spirit gems, treasure hunter keys, boarding gloves and war priest gear will now all show loot beams when dropped. Spirit gems and treasure hunter keys can now be filtered out by setting your loot beam minimum value to over 50k. The loot beam message will no longer be filtered. The Desire bank area with the fight cauldron now gives the benefits of other banks when walked into. Completion escapes will now have their particles remain in more situations. There is now a quick repair pouch option on the Wizard Korvac in the Runecrafting Guild. And the last ones are engine fixes. So a fix has been applied for the black areas on the minimap that usually appear after a new map loads, and HTML wise, a fix for doors that would disappear in HTML5 has been applied. Toolbar icons should no longer disappear when moused over in HTML5. So all in all, that's pretty much it. There's a few things being chucked into the game, quite a lot of Dungeoneering stuff, and I'm kind of interested in the demons, though I have heard they're quite boring to kill, so either way, I don't know, I'll check it out anyway, you know. So until next time people, I'm going back to Dungeoneering, and hopefully you will too, so until next time, I will catch you all later, have a good one.